and drop one of my favorite songs, Let's Get This Party Started. The one that really set off the party vibe for Miami bass.
You know, it's again, it was money. It's
Luke wasn't coming with the money.
well, I was way more business oriented than
Gotcha.
Cooley.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, Cooley was like, hey, let's go in the studio, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. And all. He wasn't really involved in production, but he was the lyrics 100%. Took me 2 hours to write something, took him 5 minutes. You know what I mean? But when it came to doing beats and tracks and what's going to make people move their ass, that was my end of it. And simply what happened with Luke was it was just basic, what I call fuckery. I see KJ and Cooley C's records going out the building to Selector Hits and different distributors at the time, Joy Boy and Cam Disc, all the independents at the time, and the records are going out the door. I'm delivering them motherfuckers. Okay, and then 6-8 months go by, we don't get a check for nothing.
You mean he's got you delivering the actual records, or?
Yeah, you gotta understand. When Luke started, he started out the trunk of his fucking Honda.
Independence.
Yeah.
That's how he was running.
Okay,
This
Death was too.
Luke Records went from 0 to 1,000 in a period of 2 months. When Throw the D hit, it was over. And whoever was down on the team at that time had different jobs. You know, it was just like if Jock was like, yo man, my shit just blew up and all of y'all are sitting around here.
I need you to do this.
I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you to do other. Okay, well I'm running records to the airport, to Delta, to this, to that, to the other. And at the end of the day, there ain't no money. Other than our show money, which really wasn't much at the time because we were doing a lot of promo. I mean, me and Cooley, we did a lot of damn radio shows. That's what he used to call it back in the day, radio shows. We got kind of ate up. So me, B-Way, and Cooley got together, and B-Way was like, yo, I got a little bit of money. While we have the momentum, let's just dip. Start our own shit. So Beware was basically like, he was gonna start a record label. He wanted us to come and ride with him. But at the time, I was a little reluctant because 2 Live was blowing up. You know what I mean? And we were like the proteges to them.
Like, I'm not gonna leave this for that.
Yeah. So,
basically.
Well, I was reluctant. But I have loyalty to people, so Beware has always been in my corner from that point of view, no matter what was going down. I mean, he's the one that put us on. So it was like, yo, we're going to start a label, we're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool, let's roll. So we left Beware. We left Luke, and then we got with Beware. And Let's Get This Party Started rolls out, and it booms. You know what I mean? It's like, back then, it's so funny, man, because like back then, just to be on the radio at any time just to hear your song on the radio was big as hell.
Do you know if back then, let me ask you, if back then, were you aware of any, like, did you have to pay to get on the radio back then?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of payola.
Back then, too?
Right.
That's what year is this we're talking about?
We're talking about 86, 87.
That's a big deal, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't understand the deal with that. I'm talking about.
Payola was like the industry standard back then. It was like, that's before SoundScan and ways to keep records of things. It goes on right now.
Right. But I'm saying, I don't think people understand how long the history of that goes on, you know what I mean?
It goes back to the 50s to the 40s.
Exactly, I was about to say that.
Well, but I'm saying
with the Motown records.
Payola started way before rap.
I think a lot of people don't understand that concept, and even
Payola started. Don't think Sugar Hill Gang and the Furious Five and people like that got on New York without payola.
Right.
That's just part of the business.
They were good, but
certain people that call
there
the
was a lot of
shots,
people
and you
that
have
were
to
good.
pay them to get it done. I mean,
Absolutely.
and nobody has a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with it.
No, I'm not saying there's a problem with it. I'm just saying that a lot of people, especially new and upcoming artists.
FCC makes it a problem.
Okay.
Oh, that's because they don't understand the business.
Right.
But they do, and they want to control it.
No, not the FCC. We're talking about regular people.
No, I mean that's true, but that's like saying everybody knows in NCAA football that the top athletes get cars, get cash, get money, get. Butch Lewis is out right now in North Carolina over the same thing.
Right.
It happens in any time that you have a select few people that control everything, you're gonna have an issue where people have to pay to play.
Yeah.
And that's the success of a lot of records people, whether you agree or disagree with it. It's a part of the business, and if you go to business school, you're gonna learn that it takes money to make money, and therefore the music business is created. The
And it's
music
not-
business is not music; it's the business.
It's not right, and not to get too sidetracked, but if you look at music right now, you turn on the radio tomorrow, you're gonna hear Drake, Lil Wayne, Luda, or Busta.
What do you think that is?
It's 'cause that's
Same
what it
thing.
is.
Same thing.